Hey, Jordan. Also on the page 3 real quick. Okay, that's
right there on his left.
Yes, that video did come through,
Yeah,
but I don't have time to go back and script it for you and
I don't know if
on there.
does he have
So
enough
what I'll
time?
do is after you see where it says "and finally" in the display before. So as soon as it says "and finally," just play that straight up, and then I'll just quickly ad lib how Sherman beat out Cam.
Oh, Sherman beat out Cam?
Yeah, he did. See, it all happened at 8:30, so I want to put a script in your hands before then.
You get here like 4 o'clock, right? Or something.
Sometimes.
4 o'clock. No, but
Well,
you get here early enough.
5 usually.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's see, she could. I could.
As soon as I say "and finally," you take that video. The very first part of that's going to be Nat sound, and then as soon as she does it, I will manually put the Nats down, and then just quickly say that you beat Cam. Do you want to clarify that for you? A lot of these are just predictions if I can get the video or not. So I just predicted, 4 o'clock we get it. Okay.
2 minutes.
Five, 4, 3. Five, 4, 3.
Thank you for watching TV24's Primetime News. I'm Vanessa Croft.
And I'm Carl Brady. Straight ahead, communities across our nation are celebrating the 70th anniversary of D-Day. We'll show you how one local city commemorates the day.
Kevin Anderson and weather. Hey, we could see more storms passing through over the weekend. Details are coming up.
And later in sports, you will meet 3 of the inductees in the Cherokee County Sports Hall of Fame. TV24's Primetime News begins now.
TV24 Primetime News.
Chief Deputy Matthew Wade of the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office playing a moving rendition of Amazing Grace during the 70th anniversary celebration of D-Day at the Berman Museum of World History. It was June 6 of 1944 that more than 160,000 Allied troops landed along a 50-mile stretch of strongly guarded French coastline to battle the Nazis on the beaches of Normandy, France.
General Dwight D. Eisenhower called the operation a crusade in which we will accept nothing less than full victory. And victory is what the Allies gained. More than 300 people gathered at the ceremony to pay their respects and remember the heroes of that invasion. James Dozier, who was a staff sergeant in World War II, shared the day with fellow veterans and his wife of over 70 years. He listened to the speeches and reacted with pride and patriotism. Dozier says the success of D-Day laid the framework for the freedoms we have today.
I just think it's great to be remembered. I really do. It's not, like I said, not for anything that I did, but for what was done. They gave us a shirt when we went on a flight. It said, it had some printing on the back. It said, if you can read this, thank a teacher. If you can read it in English, thank a veteran.
Guest speaker Brigadier General Charles L. Gable spoke to the attendees about the sacrifices and professionalism of the soldiers who gave their lives 70 years ago fighting to end the Nazi reign over Europe.
I think it's important for us to honor the veterans, particularly those in honor of D-Day, but also we teach our young children how important it is to have honor and integrity and always remember those that made sacrifices on their behalf.
The ceremony included music from the Alabama National Guard Brass Quintet, a flag ceremony from the East Central Alabama Young Marines, and singing from the Heart Notes of Parker Memorial Baptist Church. Rear Admiral W. Kent Davis presented a special recognition to the World War II veterans and spoke of their greatness.
It is great to be out here to honor what everybody calls the greatest generation, and think of the sacrifices they made not only in World War II but especially on June 6, 1944. On a personal note, my father was one of the troops who came ashore a few days after the Normandy invasion, fought in Europe, ended up getting wounded in the Battle of the Bulge. So my family has been raised with stories about the sacrifices of World War II.
More than 5,000 ships and 13,000 aircraft supported the D-Day invasion, and by day's end, the Allies had gained a foothold in continental Europe. The cost in lives on D-Day was high. More than 9,000 Allied soldiers were killed or wounded, but their sacrifice allowed more than 100,000 soldiers to begin the slow, hard march across Europe to defeat Hitler's troops.
All right, and let's check in with Kevin for tonight's first look at weather.
Well, another frontal boundary sort of merged in and invaded Alabama from the northwest corner of the state today. As you can see, some showers still coming through the area, and that'll be the case. We'll still continue to see the chance of rain over the next several hours. All right, folks, otherwise mostly cloudy right now. We've got some thunderstorms still in the area, as the radar indicated, 73 degrees, and the showers could continue till about 2 a.m. Overcast conditions by 7 a.m. with 71 degrees at breakfast time, and then isolated thunderstorms begin again. Another area of low pressure connects with our area, our region, so thunderstorms are possible from mid-afternoon through Saturday evening. Then a chance for Sunday afternoon showers as well as on Monday. So the weekend could be wet here and there, not a complete washout. We'll talk about that in detail in just a few minutes. Carl?
Well, June is National Men's Health Month, and coming up, we'll have some tips for men on staying fit. That's coming up later here on TV24's Primetime News.
Radar? Right there. 3. Radar. We saw quite a bit of shower activity coming across the area today. Heavy rain across Anniston right around 4:30 into 5 o'clock, and the showers continue to press on toward the southeast, and that's always good to see. This storm originated from the northwest pretty much as it did yesterday. Another frontal boundary came through our area. We'll continue to see that high moisture in the air, and the dew point will be right where it needs to be. Everything in place for what could be a rather wet weekend. All right, we'll go ahead and talk about our conditions for tonight. Thunderstorms are going to remain in the forecast. By 2 a.m. though, most of the rain should be out of here, and we'll see the temperatures continue to be to the warm side, and the humidity is not going to give us much of a break. It's going to be to the high side. Our winds are calm out of the northwest, continuing to push all that moisture down toward Auburn and out through the state. Valdosta will be getting pretty much what we had this afternoon in about the next hour and a half. Our sunset at 7:51. A lot of plans outdoors for tomorrow. You might need the umbrella. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, right in that area could be our best chance of some roll-through thunderstorms again, like we saw today. 88 degrees will be our high for tomorrow. Otherwise, we will see some sunshine at daybreak and throughout the morning. But again, umbrellas should be near you if you're going to be out and about, with our winds out of the west 10 miles per hour and our sunrise at 5:33. And again, we're right at 70 degrees at daybreak. Those days of 50 and 60 degrees in the morning, long gone. 85 on Sunday, 40% chance of showers. On Monday, we're looking at a pretty good chance of rain for Monday morning. And then Tuesday could be a rather wet day. The entire day, maybe some steady rainfall. Nothing really heavy at this moment. Could see some thunderstorms as we roll over into Wednesday morning, though, but should begin to taper off. We should begin to dry out by the time we get into Thursday and Friday. Well, contrail or condensation trail is a cloud-like streamer or trail often seen behind aircraft flying in clear, humid, cold air. The vapor trail is created when the water vapor from the engine exhaust gases are added to the atmosphere. So the next time you see those just sort of floating around in the sky, you'll know exactly why they're there. That's your weather for this Friday. Have a great evening. Sports when we come back. Stay close.
Well, tomorrow will be a very special night in Cherokee County. 5 new members of the prestigious Hall of Fame will be inducted. We spent a part of the afternoon in Cherokee County today and got a chance to talk to 3 of the 5 inductees. Doug Palmer, Ronnie Wharton, and Coach Russell Jakeway all played their ball in the 70s and have left giant footprints for high school sports in the area. They say their time as athletes in Cherokee County truly helped mold them as people.
I tell people, I played against some of the greatest athletes around here. I played with some of the greatest athletes in this area here. And I even had an opportunity to coach against some of the best coaches around here. So I have had an immaculate career. And to get recognized along with some of the great athletes that's come through Cherokee County in this area, it's just a wonderful feeling.
For Coach Russell Jakeway, the Hall of Fame call was an extra special one. He is the only inductee that's still currently adding to his resume. He served as a coach for Sandrock for the last 31 years and has won 223 games and counting.
I think I'm where God meant me to be, doing what He meant me to do. And I still enjoy going to work every day. We have great kids. We don't always have the biggest athletes. We don't always have the fastest athletes. But our kids will work. It doesn't matter if I ask them to jump off a building. They're going to jump off a building. We always have big numbers. I've been lucky to have great administrators. I've got 7 assistant coaches now at a 3A school. We're going from 2A to 3A, so I've got a large coaching staff. But I've been lucky to have a lot of support through the years there.
Ronnie Wharton was a 3-sport star at Cherokee County, then went on to play baseball at Alabama. One of his many claims to fame happened in 1980. He hit a home run outside of a stadium in the Philippines. The only players that had done that before that time were guys named Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. His name and picture are next to theirs outside of that ballpark. But even with all those prestigious accolades, he says many of his best days were spent at Cherokee County High.
This is such an honor. I grew up with some of the folks that are already in the Hall of Fame. The '69 Cherokee County High School basketball team was a phenomenal team, and 4 of those men are on the are already in Cherokee County Hall of Fame. I grew up next door to Mike Stimpson, and just being able to join such an elite group of folks is a tremendous honor. And I tell you, when I got the call, it was a surprise.
Should be a great night for all 5 inductees. Here's a look at the entire class. Jakeway, Palmer, and Wharton are joined by Victor Lamar Crane of Galesville and Robert Thornton of Cherokee County. The banquet is set for tomorrow night, and you can read all of the inductees' bios on our website at TV24.tv.
The winner of the Madden cover vote is Richard Sherman.
I know my man Kevin was hard at work on EASports.com trying to get Cam Newton in there, but it's Richard Sherman of the Seattle Seahawks that takes the Madden cover for 2015. Remember, this thing kind of comes with the jinx. A lot of people say that your year afterwards you get hurt, have a bad year, so we'll see how it goes for Richard Sherman. He is actually the 2nd Seattle Seahawk player to get it. The first one is former Alabama star Shaun Alexander. That is it for sports. We're back with more after this.
And Kevin joins us now with your Jack's Breakfast Club forecast.
Another warm, muggy morning. Mostly cloudy, 70 degrees. Sunrise at 5:33. Christine Skinner registered at the Jack's in Oxford, and she is our Jack's Breakfast Club winner. I don't think there's a town called Offord. There might be somewhere. Congratulations to you, Christine, guys.
Very good, thank you.
Kevin, thank you very much. Gerhard, final thoughts quickly.
Yeah, special congratulations to Alexandria softball coach Brian Hess, who won the softball coach of the year for Class 4A. Obviously led the Lady Cubs to their 2nd state championship in the last 10 years.
Congratulations. And folks, thank you for joining us for TV24's Primetime News. Hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you again on Monday.